As the sun sets on a bustling city, the sound of honking cars and chatter fills the air. In the midst of it all, two businessmen sit across from each other at a polished conference table, pens in hand, ready to negotiate the terms of a contract. But as the conversation progresses, a question arises: is it possible to negotiate ethically? As the tension rises and the stakes get higher, can we find a way to come to an agreement that works for both of us without giving up our honor? As we learn more about how to negotiate in an ethical way, we'll look into the gray areas and find the rules that lead to a fair and just outcome. So, come with me and let's uncover the secrets of ethical negotiations together. As we delve deeper into the world of ethical negotiations, it becomes clear that preparation is the key to success. Just like in a grand symphony, each note must be precisely placed in order for the performance to be flawless. The same is true for negotiations. Every detail must be accounted for and every contingency planned for. But how do we prepare for the unknown? The answer lies in understanding human nature. As the great philosopher Machiavelli once said, "It is much safer to be feared than loved." In negotiations, this means understanding the motivations and desires of the other party. What do they want? What are their pain points? By understanding these key points, you can come up with a strategy for negotiating that fits their needs. Take, for example, the story of a small business owner who was locked in a heated negotiation with a larger corporation. The corporation was pushing for terms that the small business owner deemed unacceptable. But instead of getting angry and walking away, the small business owner took a step back and asked, "What do they want?" It turns out that the corporation was looking to expand into new markets and saw the small business as a way to do that. By understanding this, the small business owner was able to craft a negotiation strategy that would benefit both parties. The moral of the story is that, in order to be successful in ethical negotiations, you must be willing to put yourself in the other party's shoes and understand their perspective. And when you do, the possibilities are endless. So, next time you find yourself in a negotiation, remember, it's not about winning or losing, it's about finding a solution that works for all parties involved. And that, my friends, is the true essence of ethical negotiation. Stay tuned for the next act as we uncover more secrets of ethical negotiations. As the sun sets on another day of negotiations, you find yourself sitting across the table from a seasoned businessman known for his cutthroat tactics and ruthless deals. He slides a document towards you that has terms that many people would think are completely wrong. The room is tense, the air thick with the weight of the decision you must make. But, as you take a deep breath and look around the room, you remember something that you learned earlier. The secret to ethical negotiations is not winning at all costs but rather finding a balance that works for both parties involved. You recall the story of the two farmers, one who insisted on taking all the water from the river and the other who was willing to share it. The farmer who insisted on taking all the water ultimately lost everything, while the farmer who was willing to share prospered. With this in mind, you begin to carefully and skillfully negotiate the terms of the deal, finding a middle ground that is fair for both parties. You call for a recess, And as you step outside for a breath of fresh air, you can't help but feel a sense of satisfaction. You know that you've just successfully navigated one of the toughest negotiations of your career, and you've done so in an ethical and fair way. As the negotiations conclude, both parties shake hands on a deal that is not only fair but also beneficial to both parties in the long run. As you pack up your briefcase, you can't help but smile, knowing that you've just uncovered one of the most important secrets of ethical negotiations. As we come to the end of this video, it's important to remember that ethical negotiations are not just about getting what you want, they're about finding a solution that works for everyone involved. Like a symphony, all the different parts must come together to create a beautiful piece of music. But what if you're faced with an unethical negotiator? Well, sometimes the best solution is to simply walk away. It's better to have no deal than a bad one. And remember, as a contract expert, you have the knowledge and skills to spot an unethical negotiation and make the right decision. So, in conclusion, we've uncovered the secrets of ethical negotiations. From understanding the difference between a win-lose and win-win approach to the importance of communication and transparency. We hope you found this video informative and helpful in your own negotiations. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more contract ethics videos. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos.